The fiber market in the US is a Wild West. We have almost 2,000 players in the market of different kinds. We have obviously the operators like AT&T, Verizon, Windstream, who operate in the market. Legacy had copper, now are overbuilding with fiber. However, we have also the new players like Google Fiber, which are entering the market. And then there is the myriad of smaller players, Tier 2, Tier 3 fiber cos, which are either venture financed or private equity. We have the co-ops, which is a very unique construct in the US, and also the utility companies, which are operating within a city and have the unique ability, because they already have the way of right to do aerial fiber and deploy very cheaply within their region. However, let's never forget, fiber is not the only connectivity in the market. And from the eye of the customer, they see still copper, cable, fixed wireless, satellite connectivity, which they currently have within their footprint. And from a customer perspective, these technologies seem highly substitutive. The situation was nice at the beginning. There was a green space and the logic was, I roll out fiber and the customer will come. However, most of the companies already were doing the rollout for some years and burned through a lot of the cash. So the operators are getting into a lot of challenges and dealing with liquidity issues, having burned through their cash stack before reaching the customer. The money is not flowing in as they planned because they are not entering a virgin territory. There is already cable, there is copper, the customers are now being offered fixed wireless, so the pickup rate is low, the cash burn is high, that they are common like was in the tech industry as you had in 10 years ago, where they grew their back office, scaled up their sales, but the customers are not there yet, so they cannot finance the huge operations they currently build in. These operators are getting into a juncture where they need to decide how they're going to operate going forward. The fibercos need to decide what they want, and especially their owners. The operators, co-ops, and utility companies will operate within their frame and potentially are able to harmonize or use collaborative approaches. But especially the privately held fibercos need to decide here and now how to succeed in this market. After all, there is almost $60 billion of new financing coming into the rural market, so they need to know how they want to play in this space. And what we see is, with 2,000 companies, there will be a huge consolidation. The owners need to decide if they want to become the buyer or the seller. As a buyer, you need to focus on your operations first, because you need to create a fully digital footprint and ability to scale, so that when you acquire new customers and new companies, you are able to incept them and operate efficiently going forward. What does it mean? You will pretty much buy their assets, you buy the talent, and you buy the customers. But you don't want to be burdened by any inefficiencies in the back office, processes, systems. So that's what you need to focus on. Secondly, most likely these companies will have not access to all the customers within their footprint. So you need to focus on monetization. Have a solid go-to-market approach, sometimes in the last mile with community marketing, to understand how you capture the unique subscriber in the new footprint. And the last, you need to still be very careful about your long-term targets so that you don't expose yourself to similar cash burn or issues which a lot of the small assets you will be acquiring are dealing with. If you want to be the seller, your strategy is completely different. You need to minimize the cash burn and make sure that you operate within your business plan. We have been approached by many companies exactly in the situation that they are getting into a distressed system where the business plan is not working as planned, and hence the sale and investment thesis is becoming very far apart. So step one, get your cash burn and liquidity management in check. Step two, make sure that you scale your operations to your current needs. That means excessive back office, inefficient processes, a lot of sales personnel not delivering the value. These are common symptoms which companies, in our experience, need to deal with. The one thing they shouldn't do is spend money on complex long-term ERP CRM implementations. Though it may be tempting to upgrade your systems, it will not long-term increase the value of your assets if your investment thesis is to sell within 1 or 2 years, because the buyer will buy you because of your assets, not your back office.